Jupiter transiting Venus. Those transits happens once in 4 years, and I'm talking only about the very strong positive aspects of Jupiter. The strong aspects which go to 100% of the strength are the conjunction when Jupiter is passing exactly over the place of your Venus in your natal horoscope, on your birth horoscope, or when it's passing 120 degrees away from Venus. This is the other 100% strong aspect of Jupiter, which is called the trine, and it's very positive and powerful aspect, and the effects are similar. So what happens then once in those 4 years that Jupiter makes this positive strong aspect to Venus? And by the way, it can last anywhere from 10 days to up to 7-8 months. For those who last 7-8 months, it means that Jupiter has transited the exact degree of Venus 3 times, but the whole period from the first hit till the last hit will be, you can say that you're under the influence of Jupiter. It's a Jupiter period for you. And what happens then? Well, Venus is the planet of, first of all, of relating, of love and relationship. And whatever Jupiter aspects and touches, it makes you grow. It gives you new opportunity. It gives you happiness. Jupiter is the planet of happiness. Is the planet of joy. So basically, for a lot of people, this period will be extremely positive for their love lives. If you're already married or in a relationship, you will feel that you're starting to love your partner, or your partner will somehow, if there was any problems in their life till now, or emotionally they were not feeling very happy, or they were not bringing so much happiness, Jupiter comes around and it heals the relationship. It makes your partner feel better, especially if your partner is a woman, because Venus rules females. But even if you're a woman, when Jupiter aspects your Venus, you get much more joy and positive development in your relationships. So you can have or heal a broken relationship. You can approach someone and you'll be much more likely during your period, you'll be positively accepted by the partner than in any other period. Or if you, for instance, if you haven't had luck in love till now, when Jupiter comes around and aspects your Venus, you can expect that you meet someone new, someone who makes you happy. And hopefully this will be the long transit, the long Jupiter transit, which lasts for a few months, so you can really live through this period of falling in love. This is a period when you feel like you're supported in love, the universe is lining up everything for you, the person you're with is making you happy. And of course, this will be true if there are no negative influences happening at the same time during this period. For instance, if you see that you're having a Jupiter transit and it's going to last for 7-8 months to your Venus, and you're thinking, great, I'm going to finally meet someone and be happy in love, but at the same time you're having a Uranus transit to your Venus, a difficult Uranus transit to your Venus, well, then something will not be fully all right there. It will be an on and off relationship, or whatever planet. If another planet is stressing Venus in a difficult aspect, then you have to combine the two meanings. But especially around the days when the transit of Jupiter is strong to Venus, you can expect positive developments in your love relationships. And you can, as I said, it's a good time to approach someone if you like them for a while and didn't have the courage to tell them, because this person will react to it with much more kindness. Your heart chakra is open, then Jupiter opens up the heart chakra a lot, because Venus rules the heart chakra and Jupiter expands everything it touches. So you're ready for love during this period. You open up and you're much more optimistic and joyful and positive. Venus is also Venus is the planet of having fun, of all those pleasures we enjoy doing. Of course, the biggest pleasure is love and love making. So Jupiter will expand this and bring you joy and happiness from that as well, or at least make you feel much more confident in your relationship, so confident that you deserve to be loved. And because you feel that you deserve to be loved, you can attract someone who loves you. Because you exude more positiveness and happiness, you can attract someone that loves you, or someone that you can attract someone who feels drawn to you much stronger as well, because your vibration is higher. And it's a period during which you can have much more fun than other times. So if you're planning a good big party, plan it around those days, around those months. Even if you're not planning that, you can find yourself much more often in situations when you're enjoying good company, luxury food, pleasures and enjoyments, because Venus represents all those things that we enjoy doing, all those things like good food, like being out and about with friends, partying. Jupiter-Venus transit, you can go on a lovely holiday and you're gonna enjoy it much more than any other period in your life. And even the most boring thing that you do, you're gonna do it with much more joy and much more happiness, and you're gonna gain out of it much more. So basically, Jupiter is opening your sensors for pleasure, it's opening your senses for appreciation. Venus is appreciation, and Jupiter is, during this period, will help you appreciate much more. You can realize that you're starting to gain much more joy, and you see much more the positive side of things in your life than the negative. And because of this, life will feel rosier, and everything, the surrounding environment will respond to you with more, positively, because whatever vibration we give off, this is what we gain back from the universe and from the surrounding world. So you'll be attracting much more pleasurable, joyful, positive experiences, and you can also, it's a great time for luxury, attainment of luxury items, buying something bigger and lovely. Whatever you buy during this transit, you're gonna love it. It's gonna be a wise purchase. It's gonna be something which makes you quite happy, and you might become quite generous during this period as well, because Venus wants to give, but generous in a way that others don't take advantage of you, generous in a way that you're generous and the universe gives you back, or others gives you a lot, and others can be very generous as well and give you a lot at the same time. So it's like equal or even more. You can gain a lot during this period as well. Venus is to do with financial increase as well, with luxuries. So it's, as you can imagine, it's going to be one of the more positive periods in your life. Venus also rules your self-esteem, how much you love yourself, how your self-worth, basically. Venus is the planet of evaluation. So how do you evaluate yourself? And Jupiter will help you heal your self-worth. If you've gone, especially before that, through a period through which your self-worth was trampled on through a relationship or through anything else in your life, when Jupiter comes, you realize that you're healing the self-worth, that environment and events in your life support the building up of more self-worth and self-appreciation, and because of that, others will also appreciate you and value you more. And this is why it's a good period also to have an increase in your salary, increase in the remuneration you get, because you start valuing yourself more, and others feel it, and they're more willing to give you more for what you deserve, because you feel more deserving. And the best way for increasing your self-worth and self-evaluation growing is acceptance from others, and that's why often relationships come, or our relationships with others are much more how do I say, they make you feel much more worthy, they make you feel much more, others appreciate you more during this period. Even if it's not love relationship, it will be like on any kind of equal partnership or friendship relationship, that you feel more evaluated and more worthy and more valued. You can be much more in a party mode during this period as well, because Venus predisposes to that. You can be the heart of a company, the heart of a of all the party at the same time, and you can be much more expressive of love, of fun, of joy. Self-worth, as I said, grows, and your ability to make decisions, because Venus also rules how you take decisions, is increased in a positive way. And you make wise decisions, because Jupiter is the big teacher, is the guru who knows the answer to all the questions, basically what is right and wrong from a moral and spiritual point of view, so it's making you help decisions on a grander scale, while Venus is the smaller teacher, which is helping you make practical decisions by evaluating something, how much worth it is. For instance, should I go in that relationship? Is it worth for me spending all that time with this relationship, when the person, you measure the pros and cons of that relationship? Are they is it worth it investing the time, for instance, in a long distance relationship, or whatever kind of choice you have to make in your life? Venus is helping you evaluate properly during this time, because Jupiter will give you the wisdom to see the bigger picture better and take the best decision for the long term for you and for the other party. Because often when Venus gets a difficult transit from another, say, more disruptive planet, not like Jupiter, which is so wise planet, then during this period, person tends to make more wrong decisions, or not evaluate properly, or decide to invest or give much more of their time for something which is not worth it, which eventually turns and bites them on the back, or scratches them on the back or whatever, stabs them in the back, like making a choice to be in a relationship with someone who is already married or in a relationship. This is always a wrong choice. No matter what people think, it's in most cases 99% is wrong choice. But when Jupiter is around, it will not allow Venus to make such wrong choices, that will lead everyone into suffering later on, that are not worth investing your energy in, and that will not pay you back what you've put in, unless, of course, there is another difficult transit happening at the same time, like, say, Neptune transit to Venus, or to the seventh house of relationship, which makes you sacrifice much more. So you have to combine the meaning. But if it's pure Jupiter transit, then be sure that whatever decision you make will be good for you in the long run. You'll make a wise decision. Whatever you purchase as well, as property or as items, so whatever big decisions in your life you make, they'll eventually take you to the right place. So especially around the day of the exact transit of Jupiter-Venus, because Jupiter is a planet of divine knowledge and connection to light and the higher mind. So it sees the picture much more clearly, and it will make you take decisions from a much higher perspective, which, as I said, will be good. And sometimes they can be even sacrificial decisions. Sometimes you might have to make a decision during Jupiter transit Venus that you have to leave certain relationship, or that you have to get rid of something, or or that you have to interrupt some relationship, whatever it is in your life, or that you have to move to live in a different place. But if you're taking it during this big period, Jupiter Venus transit, you can be sure that you're taking it from a wisdom point of view, which will be eventually positive in your life, and it will make you feel much more fulfilled eventually, and give you a sense of freedom. But overall, this will be a period of more joy, ability to enjoy, to appreciate everything around you, and everything around you will, and everyone around you will appreciate you more. Joy and happiness coming from relationship. The sexual desire in a person is increased, but it's a positive sexual desire, not the animalistic one, but it's much more one for desire, for love, and for sharing, for giving, and for which is more like a sensuality is increased, not like raw animalistic sexuality. And you're Jupiter gives you a little high, emotional high when it aspects Venus. It's a bit like being, a natural drug, so to speak. You don't need artificial drugs during this period, because you'll be feeling more positive on your own. So please share with us, what was your experience when you had your Jupiter-Venus transit? Did you go on a lovely journey that you enjoyed a lot? Did you start a new relationship? Did you have an improvement in your relationship? Did you just feel more positive and connected to God? And were you able to make more wise decisions during this period and to feel more worthy? Did you heal your self-love? Did you start also? Venus is the planet of creativity. So people, when Jupiter aspects it, people can become, their creativity expands. And they can gain much more joy from their creative activities. So please share with us what happened to you. Tell your stories so others, when they read them, know what to expect, and they can learn from this, and you can contribute something. Because I'm sure I missed a lot of fine points about the Jupiter transit Venus. Mine was very long time ago, more than 3 years ago, the last time. So it was, and it was pretty fast. It went over for 10 days. So it was a period of intense partying for me. A lot of friends, a lot of going out and having fun, and starting a business project which was financially paid off. So it was a good choice in my case. But let's hear what your stories are. And did you find love during this period? It's very much a loved up period as well. Thank you.